there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. Ain't no hell below, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. Isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but no, I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine all the people living life in peace, yeah. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possession. I wonder if you can you? No need for greed or hunger. Brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Thank you, Rob. That was beautiful.
Thank you, Susan.
Now, how many of you went down memory lane when you heard that song? Yes, we all did, didn't we? Yes. It's always interesting. Well, welcome to Unity of Sarasota. My name is Susan Crystal, and I'm really happy to be here to do your announcements. I know how much you love them, but they are necessary, so we're going to do that today. And just remember that there's always something good happening here at Unity of Sarasota. And the one slide, I don't know whether you saw it or not, it says, "We soar here." And that's what I hope every one of you does as a result of coming to Unity today. So we're going to start out by doing our intention, our affirmation, and I would like you to do that with me, which is Unity is a Unity of Sarasota. Come on. Oh, I forgot. We got to do that part first. Okay. It's not on my thing. Okay, so we are a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives. And then we are an inclusive spiritual community that embraces empowering and life-affirming practical spirituality for a richer living right now. We do join with Unity Worldwide in creating a world that works for all. And wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome to join us here, which is a wonderful thing. So what we're going to do now is welcome our guests. So do we have any guests here today?
If you do, stand up.
Stand up if you're a guest.
My first time here, my name's Luke.
Okay, all right. All
If
right,
it's your
welcome.
first time, please
All right.
stand up so we can honor you.
We knew there had to be a couple of people here, so please stand
We
up.
got one of them.
Hi, Brenda. Are you from here? Yes. Well, welcome. Thank you for coming. And the other gentleman, are you from here?
I'm here too, yes.
Okay. So what we have done today is Ginger, our board member on duty, has given you a packet. Do we have another guest too? You're being volunteered to be a guest. Are you from?
15 years.
Oh, okay. Anyway, what we do is we give you a couple of different things. We give you a necklace, which is it's in a circle, so it kind of inspires you for who we all are here together, right? And it is something that if you put it on you and you stand in the coffee line, you can actually get first dibs to get coffee, which is kind of nice. And then we also have the packet that has a card on it. And the purpose of that card, if you fill it out, is that we can keep in touch with you and let you know what's going on at Unity of Sarasota once you leave here. So that's something that you can put in the collection plate on the way out, or you can give it to Ginger, who's the lovely lady back there, that she'll be in the fellowship hall to help you with that at the end of the service. Also, I wanted to let everybody know, in case you don't know, that we do live stream this. So if you're ever too lazy to come to church, you can always go on unityofsarasota.org, and actually you can watch us from there. And you can watch us at 10:30, or you can stream it anytime. Or if there's one particular service you really loved and you want to hear again, you can actually go back and you can play it anytime you want, which is a really nice thing. So let's greet everybody on the live stream. And also know that we're on YouTube and Facebook. So thank you all for celebrating with us today. Now, kids, do we have any kids today? No children today. Well, we all know that we have a child inside. So what we're going to do is you're going to repeat after me. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we see the living Spirit in you. Now, we have got to get some more kids here, you guys, all right? So if you know any kids, please bring them. I can't think of anything better than to grow up in unity. I wish I would have. It would have made my life a lot easier. So let's try to get the kids here, okay? And what Cheryl is teaching, which I would have loved to have known this, is using your gifts in the world. Isn't that a beautiful thing to teach our children? So if they're children, grandchildren, neighbors, whatever, get them here so you can do something, okay? And then, so next Sunday, not next Sunday, 5/21, put this down in your calendar, everybody, 5/21. The good news is you get food and you get to have opinions. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a town hall meeting, and it's going to be a wonderful celebration of what we're doing at Unity and all the things that we can do to make it better. So we would love to have your questions, your ideas, your comments, your concerns, whatever it is you can bring, but you must bring food. Well, you know, you don't have to. We always have plenty for everybody, but it is a celebration of ideas and food. So please join us on the 21st, and it will be right after the service, so we make it easy for you. Also, Mother's Day is next Sunday. And even if you don't have a mother, you can still celebrate with us. But if you do come, you do get a rose, and you are invited to a tea social afterwards, which is a nice thing. And then we don't ignore the fathers. So I think Scott is the wonderful person who's going to be in charge of the Father's Day celebration. So put this on your calendar too. On the 18th, we're having a barbecue. And what are we going to have, Scott, at the barbecue? Do you know yet?
Burgers and dogs.
Burgers and dogs. Okay, so come for burgers and dogs and celebrate being a dad or having a dad or whatever that might be. And then also, how many of you have been to our bookstore? Raise your hands. Okay, most of you, but not all. So when you get a chance, please stop and visit our bookstore because we have lots of beautiful gifts in there, especially for Father's Day, Mother's Day, whatever it might be, birthdays. And we have made a decision, I'm on the board, and as a board member, we've made a decision to invest a little bit more in the bookstore. So we want to be able to make that investment and to keep on making that investment for you. But we need your support in remembering us when you're going to buy those special gifts. Now, I know last week we had Unity t-shirts. I don't know if you saw all those, but we'd love it if everybody was running around with a Unity t-shirt. So please stop by and see if there's anything in there for you. And then every month we do have a special artist here. Is she here today? I wasn't sure if she was here today or not. No? Okay. All right. So her name is Daniela Goulat, which I don't know if I just slaughtered her name or not, but anyway, she has high vibrational art that makes you feel good just walking past. So that's all located in the corridor to the fellowship hall. So please look at it when you go down there and see if there's something that attracts you and says, yes, this would help me in my spiritual path. Also, the second Wednesday night is mantra and meditation. That's going to be with Cheryl Chaffee. So if you feel like you need a little extra oomph in the middle of the week, come and experience that. And then Friday night is going to be our movie night. And do all of you remember this movie, Phenomena? Do you remember what you felt like afterwards? I do. I remember it was a very inspirational movie. So they've decided to put that together and kind of see how that works. So please join us. I mean, where else can you get popcorn and beverage for $5 in a movie? So come and do that. And then on the second Thursday, that's when we're doing the healing bowls, the sound bath, the harps. There is a love offering that is suggested for $20 with that. I have attended their concert, and it is amazing vibrationally what it does to you. You don't have to do any work. You can just sit there and let the universe heal you while you're listening to it. So anyway, have I covered everything? I think so.
I think you've got it all.
All right, so on with Rob.
All right, let's do it. Let's all stand and sing the Unity hymn. Every prayer is answered. Every prayer is heard. Every thought and feeling, every spoken word, what your soul has longed for, what your heart can feel, is already here, is already real. There is no one out there, there is no one else. You hold all the answers deep inside yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me, there's just one, there's just unity. One power, one presence, one light to lead the way. All loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world looks darkest and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you, I will always be. I am one, I am
So just letting that beautiful music echo in our minds, I invite you to take a deep breath, and if you're willing to just close your eyes a moment and let's say our opening prayer. So we move into that space of the stillness, that inner sanctuary where all is well, no matter what the outside appearance is. And we relax into our oneness, one with each other, one in God and God in us. And we come together to support each other on our spiritual journey this morning. And we're so grateful to be here in the sanctuary and for all of those who are out in the ethers on streaming devices. We connect with you. We feel your presence here as well. And so our prayer is thank you. We are so grateful for Unity of Sarasota, for the beautiful teachings that are found here, where we come to learn and grow in awareness, in understanding. And we're able to express our divine powers. And so we're grateful for this day, grateful for our life, grateful for this human family we are a part of. And we affirm that we all belong in the oneness. And so it is. Amen and amen. So I invite you now to read with me it's our statement of being. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, who is perfect life, perfect intelligence, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. You are an individualized expression of God. We are an individualized expression of God. To see the face of God everywhere present.
And I have a song for you. You could sing part of this for sure. This is the part I'd like you to sing with me. It goes like this. I am all that I believe, and all of God's desires on the way to me. I am open to receive gifts that God is giving to me. Full of love, bursting out with joy, opening my heart to start again. You got it? Sure? Are you sure? You think so? It's all right. You got plenty of chances, and then we get a little chant in the middle, so we can chant a bit. Let's try it again. I am all that I believe. Go ahead and put the slides back up, Ellie. Let's try that again. I am all that I believe. Desires on the way to me. I am open to receive gifts that God is giving through me. Full of love, mine. And now that I am opening my eyes to see, the light is on and I am coming home. I am coming home. I am all that I believe. Sing along. All of my desires on the way to me. I am open to receive. God gifts that God is giving through me. Full of life, bursting out with joy, opening my heart to start again. All that I believed before has led to another door. All the good that I have imagined comes to me in every second. Seeing and believing are walking hand in hand. Well, the light is on and I am right at home. I am right at home. Here we go. I am all that I believe. I am open to receive. Let's just do the first two of those. I am all that I believe. And do the third one with me. I am open to receive. I am all that I believe. I am open to receive. I am all that I believe. I am open to receive. I'm going to do the third verse now, Ellie. Dream of possibility, intended with the life you seek. Look to every moment to give the dream a heartbeat. And then you'll find we're walking in the dreams that we once shared. Well, we found a home and we are welcome here. We are welcome here. We are welcome here. We are welcome here. Thank you. Well, thank you.
So will you join with me now to read the core value affirmation that applies to our talk today? Together, we experience Christ consciousness when we express deep emotional, spiritual connection, compassion, caring, kindness, empathy, constructive cooperation through inner and outer peacefulness and calm. So we come here to find peace, right? So we relax into that peace. And we've had a couple of glitches, in our slideshow. We've got some new equipment. We're in a transition time. And so please bear with us and be with us as we move through some changes that are going to be happening. Your minister of 5 years just left us, not long ago, and I am the interim minister, so going to be here for a few months and help you find a new permanent minister. And so we're glad to be having the town hall meeting where we'll be sharing where we are, what's going on, and you get to tell us how you're feeling about being part of this beautiful congregation that is evolving, constantly evolving, spiritually maturing, this beautiful community. And so today we're going to talk about belonging in the allness. I like to have themes for the month. It makes it a lot easier because really one lesson on a particular topic, we never get to go deep enough. So the theme for all this month is about connection and belonging. And the scripture that I chose today to guide my talk is about oneness and allness. And, you know, there's so many words for that. And in the upper room, remember the Last Supper, Jesus was preparing his disciples for him leaving the earth. And one of the things he was hoping to leave with them is the understanding of oneness. So in the Gospel of John, the quote is a prayer that Jesus was praying, that they, meaning all people, that they may all be one. As the Father is in me and I am in you, may they also be in us. I in them and you in me, that they may become completely one. Jesus talking about allness, the great mystery, the pool of all potentiality. And I hope you got your names for what that means, and also that you've got a sense of that you can feel at times in the one, as the one in God, and recognizing that God is in us. So the first idea I'd like to share with you, we can change the slide, thanks, is that we're all connected and love is the bond that unites us. Love is the bond, the glue that holds us all together. And that's been said across all the major religions. Love is a foundational element that bonds us in oneness. And so if we've been around Unity or New Thought for a long time, we know that this is a core teaching, that we're all connected. In the Bible, God is love. And love is simply God energy, God power. Can we think about love that way? Love is God energy, God power. And most of the time in our world, we think more of romantic love when we're talking about love, or maybe brotherly love. In the Greek, that was phila. You know, Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love, phila. So, but we're talking a power. Love's not just an emotion. It's a power that we all have in us, and it is what connects us to even our enemies, to even the people you don't want to sit next to in church, to people you may want to shy away from on the street. Love is the bond, the power that allows us to see beneath the surface, to see that we are all one. We are all spiritual beings. But we have individual differences in the outer physical world. Just like, you know, on a hand, each of our fingers looks fairly different. if you really examine them. But we're all connected. You know, these fingers are connected to the hand, which is connected to the arm, which is connected to the body, which, you know, them bones, I guess, you know. So we cannot be separate. We are connected. And so that is part of our lesson on this earth, is to look below the physical. Find the connection, find that bond. When we stifle that flow of love, or we look for love in all the wrong places, or we try to control others or pity others in the name of love, or carry old stories that we are not worthy of love, then we're denying our potential to live in the fullness, in the allness of life. And yet we are also human in our experience in day-to-day physical reality. We're human. So we're going to fall in some of those traps, right, of the human ego. And so I want us to all go away today really taking an intention of experiencing this deeper understanding and willingness to live in the allness, to live in the fullness of life, to notice our deeper connection as we go out into the world. One of my heroes, and really a global hero, is Bishop Tutu of South Africa, you know, who was always teaching oneness. And he was receiving an award back in 2009. He said, you don't have to go around looking for God. You don't have to ask, what is God? He said, everyone around you, that is God. That is God. Look for the face of God. Look for the heart of God in everyone you meet this week. Now, this week, are you aware that the Surgeon General of the United States declared an epidemic of loneliness? An epidemic, a national crisis in loneliness. And I heard that on the radio while I was in my car, this whole talk. Somebody was interviewing him, and he was giving some of the information that had been pulled together in a report that his office just recently released, declaring this pandemic of loneliness. And so they identified 3 measures of how they were going to try to do this study and understand loneliness as a definition in order to study it. So there were 3 things, like the number and the variety and the frequency of interactions we have with others, how much support one has, you know, in a network, a social network, to support them and help be there for their needs, and the quality of their relationships, you know, positive versus toxic relationships is important. So they were studying that and asking people these questions in a survey. Plus, they pulled together all the data that was available on this idea of social isolation or loneliness, and pulled it all together and, you know, analyzed everything and came up with very, very profound findings. Now, one of the things that stood out for me is that the highest rates of social isolation are found among older adults over 65 and young adults, like 18 to 30. And the younger adults had twice as much social isolation than the people over 65. Wow, huh? We have any 18 to 30-year-olds here? No. Yeah. One. One. So we got some work to do, right? I mean, we're transforming minds, and we are missionaries of love, right? So somehow we've got some. This is planting seeds, right? Everyone, especially in that age group, we need to be individually and collectively supporting and loving them up, because life seems to be hard for them right now. This was kind of a shock. And of course, other groups, those who are marginalized by ethnic or racial minorities, LGBTQ plus individuals, victims of domestic violence, and this was interesting, people who lived out in rural areas. Again, they were kind of disconnected. And also, another founding that I was really surprised by is our trust level. Well, actually, I shouldn't be all that surprised, right? Our trust level has gone down significantly as a country. So when they looked at data from 1972, they said roughly 45%, whatever the sample, they sampled a population, and so they extrapolated that 45% of Americans felt they could trust others. See, that's even less than 50, but that was in 1972. Guess what it is today? 30%. 30% felt they could trust others to a high degree. That means 70% of the people you meet find it hard to trust others. Wow, 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 wow. Really interesting stuff. And a lot of this relates to our spiritual maturity, our awareness that we have these superpowers within us. Trust is often a matter of, doing what you say you're going to do. Don't make false promises, right? So we got to keep remembering that we need to show up in integrity, and we need to help others tell their truth. We need to make it safe for others to tell their truth. And so there are plenty of causes of this social isolation. We know technology is one of them, right? And they said if you spend more than 2 hours on social media particularly, kind of just diving into social media for 2+ hours, then those people have much more difficulty with loneliness and social isolation than those who spend less than 2 hours. But here's the real kicker. They found that social isolation is more detrimental to our health than smoking 15 cigarettes a day, or drinking 6 alcoholic drinks a day, or being a couch potato, or obesity, or air pollution, which all attribute to life-threatening illnesses. All of these. Wow. Social isolation is that important to our health and well-being, not only our mental health, but our physical health. And this is what they found. The loneliness showed significant increased risk, specifically of heart disease, stroke, and dementia. Correlation between those. And isolation is associated with a significantly increased risk for early death from all causes. Wow. Okay, so how can we be catalysts to say we want to fight this loneliness epidemic? The Surgeon General had a lot of recommendations, and of course they were more community-wide, policies and education and development, whatever. But there was one recommendation there I thought I grabbed that as an idea, which is to create a culture of connection. And that's what we do best here. We do best. We need to create a culture of connection, make people in our communities all around feel connected, to reach out to the populations around us. So individually and collectively, we can make a difference. I mean, we can start with our neighbors. I was thinking when I read all this, and I have to practice what I talk about usually. So I'm thinking I promised the woman across the street who's housebound that I was going to take her to lunch, and I probably promised her that a year ago, and I haven't made time to do that. And I'm going to certainly work on that. And so I encourage you to think about the people in your neighborhood who might need attention. And you got to reach out. You can't wait for them to ask for help. We need to find those people. And really for young adults too, my heart is going out to that population. We need to really be there for them. So spiritual beings, I love this. In the report, that's a high intellectual report. One of the things that the Surgeon General recommends is to practice the values of kindness, respect, service, and commitment. That's why we're here too, right? We're here for that. And so I love it that we're, spiritual values are being echoed in our greater institutions. Even in the business world, which used to be all business. There's room for kindness. There's room for respect and service. And he's recommending that too for all organizations. But we're experts at that. We got to raise up to that challenge, right? We're being called to fight this social isolation and loneliness. So if you've got ideas for what we can do here in this beautiful ministry, I want to hear them, or talk to any board member. We want to know what you're thinking about, that we could do better and more of, to reach out into these neighborhoods around us or the population that we want to attract. So, as loving spiritual beings, we can work on things in our consciousness that make us feel separately, okay? So bring up that stuff that's old stories in your mind that no longer serve you. Do the work to clarify your consciousness, to heal your consciousness, so that love can flow freely for everyone and to everyone, and live from that place of love. Do your forgiveness work. These are things you can do individually. And this is what the Surgeon General says too, volunteer to serve. We need more volunteers here. So we would ask you to step up to that call. So please connect with, me, staff members, board members. Say you want to volunteer. And where's Ginger? Is she here in the room? She's volunteering, bless her, yeah. So we have a volunteer coordinator, always looking for support. And so we want to keep building this mission that we have of transforming lives, and we can all be a part of that. Okay, so I'd like to close with a beautiful poem by Rumi. Imagine 10 unique lamps are shining in one place. Each differs in form from another, yet you can't distinguish whose radiance is whose when you focus on the light. In the field of spirit, there is no division. So let's go forth now, affirming that we are one in God. God is in us, and let's shine our light out into the community. So it is.
Thank you, Betty. So let's all invite our neighbors to lunch, huh? It's amazing what a little gesture can do. All right, so you're next, aren't you?
Yeah, you know what? We did. Today is Birthday Sunday. We always celebrate Birthday Sunday by singing Happy Birthday to everyone, and also reminding you that you can, well, they didn't put it in our notes, but we're going to sing happy birthday to all those that are having a birthday or anniversary this month. Please stand up. We're going to sing.
Yes, stand up.
Happy birthday.
Oh, look, Bella.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Bella, too. Happy birthday to you, and anniversaries too.
Bella had her own birthday party at O'Leary's this week. Sorry you missed it. Yeah. So
All right. So now
anyway,
we can do the last song, and then we can have you come back up. And
let me just say something
You
about
surely.
Birthday Sunday. So you do have a little envelope in front of you, and the purpose of that envelope is for you to celebrate your birthday by donating how much per? $1 for every year, or for your anniversary. So if you want to do that with us, that would be lovely. We would love to have that. So, okay.
And we also have cake out in Fellowship Hall, so whenever we're done, please head down there for cake. So let's do a little song. That is a great song. It is about the all of us, all about love. We got CD sets and videos, radios and TV shows, conferences, retreats and seminars. We got books and magazines to read, everything from A to Z, the web to surf for anything we need. I hope that all this information bugging through our brains, we will not let us forget the most important thing is love, 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 love. It's all about love, 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 love. Everything else comes down to this, nothing in higher on the list than love. Well, now they're singing in the Middle East and they're fighting down on 7th Street, and there are fights in my own house on given day. And it's like something lurking deep inside. I can't seem to be satisfied, but life was never meant to be lived this way. Well, 'cause it's true that every man and woman, every boy and girl, our only hope for living in together in this world is love, 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 love. All about love, 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 love. Everything else comes down to this, nothing ever higher on the list than love. This is the reason we were made. Know the love of our Creator and give the love that's given us away. And the maker and the power and the God of everything, it says love, love, love. Oh, love, love, love. Love, love, love. 'Cause after all, it's all about love. It says love, 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 love. It's all about love, 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 love. Anything else comes close to this, nothing even higher on the list than love. Woo! 'Cause after all, it's all about love. Woo! Now I'll make you all sing a little bit about this love thing, you know. Well, it's all about love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. All about love, 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 love. All about love, 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 love. It's all about love, 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 love. Here we go. All about love, 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 love. All about love, 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 love. All about love, 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 love. A little louder.
Awesome.
How does that? Doesn't it feel better? Come on up.
All right.
Good job, Susan.
Speaking of all about love, we have chaplains here that are available to share their love with you. So could the chaplains come forward, please? So if you're a person who has something on your mind or your heart that feels like it needs some healing, we have the people right here to help you do that. And I can tell you, I have asked for their help, and it's been like a miracle. Shows up in more ways than you could imagine. So anyway, they will be around, and if you see them, feel free to ask them for any spiritual help you need, because that's what we're here to do for you. All right, and then the other thing that we have is Matthew. And Matthew is going to come up, and he's going to tell you something special, because he's going to be doing something called Living the Truth We Know class.
Good morning, everyone. So, Living the Truth We Know, we're going to look at our principles. You know, we have our 5 basic principles that we talk about in Unity. We use a word a lot that people light up to, and that's metaphysics. What does that mean, though? What does that mean when we really bring it to life as our life? How do we take our teachings and apply them and bring them to life to live the truth that we teach? We talk about it, right? But we want to make it more than right? We want to be walking, living demonstrations of this truth that we know. So that's what we're going to do in this series. I invite you to please consider come out, looking at it, hanging out with us in the evenings. Tuesday nights there, or Tuesday afternoons, you see noon to 2. What's that first date? The 9th. So Karen has the book ready for you. We're going to use practical metaphysics kind of as a guide. We're going to use that text to work with that and go through this. So I hope you will take that in consideration. Come on out, join me. I try to make it fun. I try to make it applicable. I try to make it real. There's usually food involved where I am. It's not a promise, but it usually happens. So please take that in consideration and come spend some time with me. God bless you.
Matthew is so wonderful. He's a great teacher, so come and experience him. All right, so this is a call to action, you guys. We need your help. And Reverend Betty mentioned it earlier. We need some volunteers. So if any of you want to tithe some of your time, we would really appreciate it. We do need people who are computer oriented just a little bit. You don't have to be an expert or anything like that, but we do need help with the audio visual. And a lot of that we do for our online streaming and things like that. So if you are a person who can do that, Tim, back there, okay, you also walk right by him when you leave. He's like the Maytag repairman, he's back there by himself. But anyway, he really needs your help and support in helping this church serve more people. So if you can donate an hour or 2 hours or whatever, it would be so appreciated. So thank you so much. And then we have the tithing slide. Okay, so, we're kind of interesting. We don't pass the little plate anymore like we all used to. But on the way out, if you feel from your heart you want to contribute to Unity and our teachings, we appreciate every gift that you give us. And like I said, we don't care whether it's financial or your time or your talents, whatever it might be. Please just drop whatever you can in our little plate out there, and if you can't, just bless it with love, because it's all perfect. All right? So what we want to say now is divine love, say with me, multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive abundantly.
And let's say together now the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all
shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way May the long time sun shine upon